This podcast is a follow-up to the most recent podcast giving you my bold predictions on how the NAR settlement will affect broker practices. In my predictions, I said the listing agreement will no longer provide for any commission to be paid to buyer agent, meaning there will be no commission sharing in the listing agreement. I also said whether the seller pays buyer's broker commission will depend on the price offered by the buyer. There will not have to be numerous calls made to listing agents to ask if seller is willing to pay buyer's commissions. Instead, the buyer's offers will simply include a provision that says something like, seller will pay buyer's broker's commission in the amount of X at closing. Until Broker-Lawyer Committee can add such or similar provision to the contract, this statement will simply be in special provisions. If the seller refuses to pay these commissions, then the seller either counters the offer or rejects it outright, and a buyer who cannot afford to buy the house otherwise will move to the next opportunity. If the offer is high enough to net the seller what he or she wants after paying buyer's commission, then in all likelihood, seller will accept the offer. Commissions have always been rolled into the price of the house. So after these predictions, the follow-up question was, how do I market the property when the seller is willing to pay buyer's commissions based on a price offered? I suggest that in your listing presentation, you provide several comps to your seller. You show him or her that those previous comps were based on paying commission. If seller were not paying commission, the price that the buyer would be willing to pay for the house would necessarily decrease by that amount. Then I would suggest you market the property at the price that allows room to pay buyer's commission. If, on the other hand, the seller is adamant that he or she will not pay the commission, the property should be marketed at the lower value. Although I'm not in the brokerage business, I do firmly believe a house that is priced right sells more quickly than if the seller tries to shoot for the moon and then has to reduce the price later. Most sellers will understand that refusing to pay buyer's commission will limit the number of available buyers for the home. I hope this video is of value to you and that you are taking time to discuss these new practices with your colleagues. Being prepared builds confidence, and people want to work with people who know what they are doing. Allegiance Title is here to partner in your success. Let us be a resource for you. Thank you.